oh my goodness, what about these children? How would they get out if in case of fire or if there was a panic of some sort? How would these babies get out? These babies can't speak. At that point in me, I thought, I'm their voice. The story I want to talk about today is a case that I worked on East Austin. This one was a particular call. I went by the address. I took some photos. I went back to the office and I shared what I had seen from the right-of-way with my supervisor and with my investigator. And we decided that the investigator would accompany me the next day so we could knock on the door and talk to whomever was residing there. The following day we went, so we knocked on the door, the lady came out, we introduced ourselves and we explained why we were there, who we were. She invited us inside the house. I could see that there was not just one child, there were several children in the house. But as I walked through the front door, to the left was the kitchen. Apparently the kitchen had burned. There was fire damage on the wall. They didn't have a working stove. They didn't have a working refrigerator. I could see electrical receptacles with electrical wires hanging out. They didn't have the covers. Some of the receptacles had been fire damaged. And I could see that these violations were very, very unsafe for the children involved in this that were living there. And I thought, oh my goodness, what about these children? Who is their voice? How would they get out if in case of fire or if there was a panic of some sort? How would these babies get out? These babies can't speak. At that point, I'm their voice. And I thought, what is it that we need to do today to remedy the situation? But in this particular case, the children really worried me. The babies, well, the adults too, but they can walk, they can talk. Babies can't. And I think one of the youngest ones might have been about 3 years old. As we continued to walk, we went out the back door around the house, and I noticed that some of those windows had plywood. And I thought, oh my, no, I can't, we can't. I said, but I believe that it is imperative that we make some sort of effort to contact the owner or owners today. These people had nowhere to cook food. They had nowhere to store food. So we decided to, instead of just sending a notice, get a hold of someone to meet us out there that day. Beautiful thing about this, the way it ended, is that the owners did show up. They were there within about an hour. And he had other properties, and he had one that was vacant. So he was able to get them to start the process of moving them to another house that was more fit for human habitation. Hello, my name is Irma, and this is my story as a code inspector.